Now that daylight saving time is over, it's now darker earlier at night. That means drivers have a greater chance of running into wildlife on the road. According to Utah's Division of Wildlife Resources, they say the peak time to hit a deer in Utah is around November. So this morning they have some tips on how to avoid hitting our wildlife. Here with those tips to avoid wildlife on the road is Faith Jolly with Utah's Division of Wildlife Resources. Faith, good talking with you this morning. It's a scary thing out there.
It is, yeah. You know, there are a lot of deer crossing roads this time of year as they're migrating, they're breeding, so they're just really active. And yeah, so we just are really wanting to remind people, especially with it being pretty dark during that evening commute, we're wanting to remind people there are deer out and about, and so just keep an eye out for them for sure.
So do we see more of these crashes this time of year simply because it's darker earlier?
So it's kind of a combination of that, right? Like during the evening commute, obviously, as people have noticed, it's really dark. So that does make it harder, you know, to see deer and other things in the roadway. There's less visibility, obviously, with less sunlight. And then one of the main reasons, though, is because they are more active this time of year. With it being mating season, you know, they're moving around the landscape. And then it's also their migration, moving from some of those higher elevation areas that they feed at during the summer down to lower elevation areas that they feed at during the winter. So they're just really active right now. So they are crossing roadways more frequently this time of year. So kind of that plus the darker, you know, driving times, that all kind of is like the perfect storm of why we see more collisions this time of year.
So it seems like it's a lot of things, and as people can see there at home, it's not just deer to be concerned about.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, deer is the most common, you know, kind of vehicle collisions that we see here in the state. But yeah, there's all sorts of wildlife that are kind of, you know, crossing across our roadways that people should just be aware of. That's kind of the main thing that helps prevent, is just knowing they're there, you know, slowing down and watching for them. Yeah,
I had one a couple months ago. People at the station know this, but there was 2 deer popped up on Mountain View Corridor when I was living in West Jordan here. And I swerved to avoid hitting the 2 deer because there was 2 big deer right in the road. And then I slammed into the side of the embankment on the freeway. My car did not survive that very well. You know, it wasn't great. So I know that the impact can be huge.
It can. That's a rough day.
Yeah. Months of a rough day is what that was. So how do we avoid hitting wildlife like this? What should we do when we see those deer in the road?
Totally. So yeah, like I said, kind of the main thing is just be alert, you know, be aware they are out in, you know, in and near roadways this time of year, crossing roadways. So just knowing they're there, kind of watching for them, driving slow. In particular, you know, look for those wildlife crossing signs. They're there for a reason. They're usually put in areas that are known to have a lot of wildlife vehicle collisions because it's, you know, kind of a migration corridor area where they're crossing the road. And, you know, don't drive distracted. Make sure that you're fully alert. You know, you don't have things that you're, you know, food, phones, whatever. Look for their eye shine is kind of a good tip too. Usually your headlights are going to detect that before you might actually see the deer, you know, because sometimes they blend into the darkness or the trees or whatever. So kind of look for that eye shine. And if you do see an animal near the road, we actually do recommend not swerving. Simply because, you know, you could swerve into another lane, there could be oncoming traffic, embankment, you know, as you mentioned. So we recommend just stay in your lane. You know, if it's unavoidable to hit the animal, it's safer to just hit them than to try and swerve around them, which can cause you to roll or something. And then, yeah, if you do hit the animal, you know, pull off the side of the road, turn on your hazard lights, don't try to approach it if it's injured. And then, you know, call 911 if it does seem like either you were injured or the animal is still in the roadway and could kind of pose a public safety threat for other drivers.
Those are all good tips. I'm glad I know here this morning. So don't do what I did is basically what you just said.
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but we do recommend not swerving for safety reasons.
It's a good idea, and I can testify that, yes, you should probably just rather hit them, even though it's rough. Thanks for being with us here this morning, Faith. We'll take those tips and, of course, put them on our website, abc4.com/GMU.